strength, even as a light heavyweight. Joe Corley and Sam Smith call the action.
Joe Corley, tell us what you expect as we get ready for round one.
I expect to see a skirmish very quickly in the middle of this ring.
This is it. We're underway for the World Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. Again, Alexio. I guess you would call that a vibrant purple in his pants, and of course the red by Salazar.
Nice right hand counter then by Salazar off that right round kick. Seemed to get Alexio's attention.
Both of these fighters, of course, excellent kickers. Good hand speed by Salazar. Good strong hand speed by Alexio, you'll see tonight. Again, a slip by Salazar as he goes down. Alexio, by the way, also is a boxer as well with a 3-0 professional record there. All three wins, by the way, by knockouts. So you may see him, of course, with a lot more power with his hands than with his feet, even though he is a good kicker. Salazar comes kicking out of the corner, but Alexio gives him a good kick to back him up again.
Alexio is changing speeds on Salazar. He's going and faking at one speed, then he's quickly exploding. You see a lot of quick explosive speed from Alexio. Like that round kick to the head, right through the glove. Drove the glove into Salazar's head.
They're set for 12 rounds here tonight. Just a little under 30 seconds of round number one. Again, our rounds 2 minutes in duration. 1 minute rest time between each of the rounds. And of course, it can go rather quickly. Alexio, good straight left hand, follows over the left-right combination. Salazar comes out of the corner kicking, though.
Nice combination in by Alexio. The hands and the foot all measured.
Brawling in the center of the ring. And there's the bell to end round one. Here's some action from round one. I can see exactly what you were talking about, Joe. He did follow those good hands with an excellent kick.
Good combination. Good combination.
So a good look at Alexio in his corner. Being talked over there by Jimmy Anderson, who manages him. Another good look at Rob Salazar. As this crowd starts to get pumped up for another 2 minutes in round two. Salazar, 32 years of age. There's been a lot of comment about going the distance here, Joe Corley. A pro or a con for either one of these guys. How do you feel about it?
Well, it looks to me like Alexio has said he's put himself in a corner, like he needs to end this fight with a knockout. You can see the kind of explosive power he's got. He can deliver it. Salazar has a more of a wear him down kind of style.
Alexio has used that good left hand. How about the first round, Joe Corley, as you'll be scoring our bout throughout tonight?
I had the first round as a 10-9 score for Alexio because he was the more effective kicker in the round.
Just as he does there with a great round kick that really lands on Salazar's midsection. Boy, does he have some force behind those kicks, Joe. Then follows it up with a good hand speed, good power in the right hand. Salazar, good kicker, trying to keep Alexio at bay. Alexio getting in tight, good kick to the head. Salazar trying to take a little offense of his own as he charges to the corner. Now they start jibing with one another, just trying to psych one another out here early in the second round. Salazar just glaring at Alexio, daring him to throw some punches. JT Will with a nice nifty move to get out of the way across the way. Alexio backing Salazar into the corner.
Alexio has given Salazar quite a bit of respect thus far. It'll be interesting to see if he starts showing him less and less respect.
The light heavyweight championship of PKA Karate on the line here in Sacramento. More in a moment.
On on round number 1 has Salazar with his back against the ropes, puts the hands and feet together once again. Look how close he is, and the round kick sings right by the head of Salazar. Good flexibility and power from Alexio.
Have you seen this style from Alexio? Is he fighting just about the same fight that he's fought throughout his first 18 fights, Joe?
As far as I can tell, you know, I've not seen Alexio fight since those early fights that he had.
How about Salazar? Is Alexio's style crimping Salazar at the moment, Joe?
Salazar's been a little tense in the first 2 rounds.
Joe Corley with our story. We've gone through a couple of rounds, Joe. You still got Alexio in the lead, don't you?
I had the last round even, but I've got Alexio up by that 1 point. There you see Salazar is a little tense. He had an opportunity there. He did not take it. Powerful round kick to the stomach then by Alexio. Very, very powerful.
That took a little wind out of Salazar. Comes back with a good left hand. Alexio with a left hand of his own. Spinning backhand. Miss, but Salazar now turning Alexio into the corner. Scores well inside. Alexio counters. Good side kick. A round kick, excuse me. Alexio chasing Salazar around the ring with those kicks and follows him well with the punches.
Alexio is now gaining in confidence. Salazar likes this kind of fight. He likes to stand in. It looks like Alexio may have a little greater hand speed inside and a little more power inside. When you have a shorter man, he gets power hitting up.
Spinning back fist just barely missed on Salazar. That could have been lights out right there.
A taller man, oddly enough, loses power punching down. In close like that, the shorter man gets power punching up.
Alexio has been the aggressor, no doubt about it, through these 3 rounds. Salazar, the defensive fighter. Salazar's style crimped just a little bit by the aggression of Alexio. Look at the kicks by Alexio as he sends Salazar against the rope, but a good counter punch by Salazar. The bell to end round 3.
George Nguida and Mike McNamara pleading with Salazar to follow their game plan. He's not done badly so far. He's been a little tense.
Joe, you made mention before we got started, and of course we saw in our profile piece that Salazar got away from his game plan against Abel, and it almost cost him early, even though he had control early in that one. Could have been very dangerous for him.
Very well could have. Abel did not have near the speed or near the concussive power in his shots that Dennis Alexio has.
Portuguese man of war, as he's called, Dennis Alexio. And look at those combinations inside by Alexio. Power in those kicks. Spinning back kick. Salazar tries to return a punch or two. Alexio out of the corner with a hand combination. Spinning back fist. Contacts with Salazar. What a demonstration by Dennis Alexio. What punishment Salazar has taken so far. Joe Corley scoring our bout again. He had Alexio in the lead through 2, out through 3 now, Joe.
Still ahead by 1 point. I had the second round even. Tough one to score. Both men kicking hard. Neither man taking the upper hand. Alexio, now, thus far in this round, though, seems to be doing a little better than Salazar.
So Alexio taking the first round again. Outside of that one, this may be his best round.
What you see happening is Alexio is picking off more of Salazar's hand techniques and is landing more of his own into the body, like that one, like that one.
Joe, there's a cut. Looks like it's around the ear now, if not over the eye of Alexio. No, there's a big gash over the eye of Salazar. That's where the blood's coming from. Salazar with a nasty cut over the left eye. And that's where all the blood on Alexio is coming from. Both of these fighters kicking, punching well. Big concern over that cut now on Salazar's eye. It's over the left eye, so we'll watch it closely for you here in round 4.
What a terrible way that would be to end this fight.
The blood you see on Dennis Alexio is from Salazar's eye. It is not from Alexio. Beautiful kick, strong, powerful kick by Alexio. Salazar's in some trouble here at the end of the 4th. And there's the bell to end the 4th round. Big concern over the cut on the eye of the current U.S. light heavyweight champion, Rob Salazar. You see the towel on it, and that cut is a deep one. over the left eye. There'll be big concern about that before this fight is over. This is round 5.
Salazar is into the spirit of the fight. You see, there is nothing in Salazar that thinks he should give an inch here. He knows what he's looking at with that cut.
Dennis Alexio in the purple pants. Red pants is Rob Salazar. PKA light heavyweight championship of the world is on the line. Good kicks, strong kicks by Alexio all night. Salazar has done very well to counter him, but not with the same force as Alexio.
In that last round, Alexio landed a
Spinning back fist by Alexio. Powerful right hand. Salazar is down. Into the neutral corner goes Alexio. Here's the 8 count for Salazar. You can see that blood streaming down that left side of his face. Excuse me, Joe.
Salazar was more embarrassed, I think, by that than he was hurt. I mean, he had this look of embarrassment on his face while he was taking that count from Jay Will. Tremendous competitor, Rob Salazar.
Salazar did not make the trip to California to give up this fight early. They're scheduled to go 12. Again, that cut over the left eye could be the big concern point, however, for Rob Salazar, if staying away from Alexio is not enough. Scoring Joe Corley as we're in the 5th round. How do you see it?
I've got Salazar down by 2 points now. Alexio winning that last round, 10-9, and Alexio gaining.
I believe that was a right hand by Alexio getting in. Rob Salazar saying no, that was not a knockdown. But J.T. Will said yes, it was. Alexio just swarming all over Salazar. Salazar coming back. A front kick to back him down.
Don't count this man out. Don't count him out till the fight's over.
You may recall against Charlton Young, he went down in the 9th, but got up to maintain his U.S. light heavyweight championship.
The spinning back fist glanced. Fortunately for Salazar, it didn't land solid. He got up, you look at his eyes, he's very embarrassed. He's looking right at Jay Will, embarrassed about that knockdown.
Good look at the man from Vacaville, California. I don't know what the size of Vacaville is, but most of their population may be here tonight in Sacramento. And there's a good look at Rob Salazar. You can't see that cut, but it is a gash over that left eye. No, there's a good look at it. You can see just above the eyebrow. That gash was opened up, and again, J.T. Will, our referee, came over and said, did you see a clash of heads or was it from a punch? We did not see a head, but to open that cut. But Alexio has been teeing off, and you see he starts out quickly here in round 6.
Alexio hits him with a powerful side kick. He bounces off the ropes with a counter front kick. Salazar is aware he is in this fight.
Salazar, game competitor. He wouldn't be where he is right now if he were not. But he's in a fight. A round kick by Alexio. Salazar trying to keep him in that corner to do some damage. But Alexio, I would visualize to speculate much more the stronger the fighters, and Salazar just unable to keep him against the ropes. Alexio just pushes away, Joe.
Alexio very, very powerful. He's quick. He's got good defensive hand skills, too. He's thrown 55 kicks in the first 5 rounds. Salazar has thrown 64.
Straight hand by Alexio, keeping Salazar towards the ropes. Round kick again by Alexio, has a lot of steam on it. Spinning back fist, that one may have caught him by the elbow, and a hold is also going to be worn to Alexio. Salazar really bleeding again from that left eye.
Not an intentional move by Alexio. He started to spin. Salazar started forward. The face collided with the forearm.
Good defensive move by Salazar to step away from the kick. You see the time winding down in round 6. This will put us halfway through this World Championship fight tonight from Sacramento. Dennis Alexio in the purple going after the current U.S. light heavyweight champion, Rob Salazar.
Front kick to the face then by Salazar. That's the first time he's gotten up above the glove with that front kick.
So as round 6 winds down, more action to follow. Into you with Alexio to his back. But again, Alexio, another good round, Joe Corley.
The spinning back fist here, you see Salazar moving forward. The forearm caught. Alexio actually, I think, pulled out of that shot because he saw he was in too close. Good sportsmanship by Alexio afterwards. Touch gloves with Salazar. Both of these men, outstanding athletes and sportsmen.
You saw a good look at that cut over the left eye. They have successfully closed it between each of the rounds so far. Alexio, of course, still going to it. A big, powerful right hand right off of that cut again.
That's a smart move by Alexio, coming with that wide right. It looks like there may be a little hint of a cut under Alexio's left eye. Can't tell for sure.
A lot of the blood early in the fight that was around the face of Alexio was coming from Salazar. We first had speculated that Alexio was cut, but he was not, but now he may be.
Short right then by Alexio hurt Salazar.
Salazar breaking with a good right hand of his own. Good right hand by Alexio. Follows with that round kick that he has thrown so well in this fight. Joe, I would say for one of the light heavyweights, this guy probably follows a kick with a punch as well as anybody, and vice versa with a punch with a kick. He does very, very well.
Exactly right. 66 kicks by Alexio thus far. 74 kicks by Salazar at the end of 6.
Joe, the momentum by Alexio still holds, and you're scoring at ringside.
At the last round is an even round, but I've still got Alexio up by 4 points. This is a very difficult fight to score and talk about.
Spinning back fist again has Salazar in trouble. Alexio going after him. Salazar bounced off the rope and comes back with a straight left. Salazar does not want to get into any infighting with Alexio. Comes right at Dennis. Stepped away from a right hand. Closing seconds of round 7. It has been non-stop action tonight.
You see Alexio's eyes right on target with Salazar's hands. Alexio is picking off 95% of the punches Salazar throws.
Salazar flipping that left jab, but it has very little steam at the moment. It is more or less just a defensive weapon at the moment, and there's the bell to end round 7.
Early in the fight, I think I would have had Salazar stay away and make Alexio come and close the distance. Now it's a little bit too late for that. As you see here, Alexio's timing, his distance is so good.
This is round 8.
Nice kick to the head then. Salazar even smiled, showed his appreciation for him.
There's that infighting I was talking about with Alexio. Very strong, powerful shoulders.
Alexio threw 12 kicks in that last round. He's thrown 78 now. Salazar's thrown 83.
There again, that spinning back kick by Alexio. Made some contact. Salazar kicking as both were kicking at the same time. It was a slip rule by J.T. Will on the kicks. No knockdown there by Salazar of Alexio. Salazar getting a pretty good uppercut in that exchange inside. Good straight right hand again by Alexio.
The corner of Rob Salazar, George Anguita, Mike McNamara has done a good job of keeping that cut closed. That, like the cut we saw in Felipe Garcia a couple of weeks ago, was the kind that definitely could end the fight.
It could have very easily, and it happened way back when in about the 3rd round. You see Alexio on your left, Salazar now circling to the left in the red pants.
Notice Alexio still very effectively picking off the hand shots of Salazar.
Emilio Narvaez owned the light heavyweight title. He elected to retire from the PK ring. Is now pit boss, I understand, back in Atlantic City. And thus the crown was up for grabs. It was vacant, and we've got these two fighters going for that title tonight. Well, that's it for round 8. We'll be back for round 9 in a moment. Fight of the world in Sacramento, California. Sam Smith along with Joe Coley at ringside, and we have been tuned into a dandy. Dennis Alexio in the purple pants on the right, now circling to his left against Rob Salazar.
Something I saw at the end of the last round. As you would expect with this kind of pace, Alexio's legs started to get a little bit heavy. Salazar has, I think, what you would call a lot of red muscle fibers, the kind that marathon runners have. He can fight at this kind of pace for a long time. Be interesting to see how the last rounds of this fight go. Alexio still got the explosive speed in his hands and the good power in his hands.
Alexio with that good kick again.
The kicks are a lot more lumbersome, I should say, by Alexio than they were in the early rounds.
Again, Salazar had indicated in several of the press releases before this fight tonight that if it went the distance, he felt he would have the advantage. And now, Joe, of course, has picked up that Alexio might be tiring just a bit.
I mean, Alexio is surely not finished by any matter of means. It's just, as you see in the legs there, they're not doing the same things they were in the early rounds. Salazar, I'm sure, is not feeling the steam on those kicks that he felt early on.
Which means that Salazar is able to counter a little bit out after this aggressive style of Alexio. Again, Joe Corley scoring here at ringside, still has Alexio ahead, 80-74 on his unofficial card. With about 30 seconds to go in round 9, set for 12. Boy, Joe, thanks for the invitation tonight. This has been a dandy for us to be here in Sacramento tonight.
Expected it would be. Alexio now losing a little bit of steam in his arms as well.
Big right hand by Alexio. Salazar, boy, he took a big punch, Joe, and comes out swinging on his own.
That punch was definitely lacked the steam that Alexio would have had in that same right hand early in the fight.
Let's take a look at the closing moments of round 9. There's that big punch by Alexio. But again, as Joe pointed out, maybe not had the steam that we saw earlier.
Definitely did not. You see, and it's logical that you would see from Alexio that he's having to use much more energy to get his leg up, to move his hands as fast as he did before. And the snap is just not there when your body starts tiring like that.
Joe, one of the comments that was made here earlier is that Salazar very much the defensive fighter. Alexio, of course, more the offense. But that's not the case. Salazar, of course, is now starting to get himself a little bit on track against Alexio, but he does like to come at you. You don't have to look for it. Salazar in the red, current U.S. champion. Alexio 17-1 with 16 knockouts.
Nice round kicked in.
Pawing left hand by Alexio. Alexio trying to get into that little skirmish and body work.
Right, more fire now coming back from Alexio. Looks like some spontaneous recovery.
Keep in mind, these are men of 179 pounds. This is their 10th round of non-stop action.
Nice kick. Alexio getting the speed back, getting the fire back. That shows you what kind of condition he's in to be able to do that.
So just when Salazar through rounds 8 and 9 thought he might start picking up a little momentum of his own, Alexio is back in round 10. Salazar countering off of a spinning back by Alexio that time. Good left hand by Alexio getting in. Salazar, there's that little uppercut I was talking about.
Think of it, Alexio has thrown 99 kicks in 9 rounds. Salazar 101. Both fighters averaging over 11 kicks around.
That is busy. We are well under 30 seconds here of this 10th round. As they fight out here in the 10th, we'll be able to watch both of these corners in between the rounds because it becomes of paramount interest to see what the strategy might be from both. If you see Salazar in the corner, Alexio trying to counter with some hands, and there's the bell to end round 10. Yeah, that is a nasty, nasty cut that has been very successfully closed since about round 3. Now he's got one that appears under the eyebrow. So he's got double cuts over that left eye.
Nasty cut.
So as Rob Salazar waits on his stool, Dennis Alexio waits in the center of the ring. Round 11. Set for 12. Light heavyweight championship for the PK on the line tonight. Joe has been scoring Alexio all the way in the lead in this. How about through 10 now, Joe?
I've got him up by 7 at this point in time, and he seems to have the fire back. We talked about it in the last round.
Alexio punishing Salazar. Spinning back fist. Again caught Salazar flush. Salazar gamely fighting on, but Alexio taking the advantage again. Well, there is no substitution for heart, Joe Corley, and this man, Rob Salazar, is showing a ton of it here tonight, as is Alexio.
Well, the PKA has made a lot of progress in 10 years, mostly inside those ropes. And the fans appreciate that kind of thing, the discipline of a Rob Salazar and a Dennis Dick to put out this kind of effort the way they do for the dollars that are still involved in this sport really speaks well for them.
Salazar countered very nicely off of that missed spinning back fist of Alexio and trapped Dennis on the ropes, but here he comes out kicking again. These are two excellently conditioned athletes. They are in the 11th round, and look at them go. Alexio just trying to back Salazar away with that spinning back kick. Good round kick by Salazar, caught on the gloves by Alexio. Alexio tirelessly wades into Salazar. Good infighting by Alexio. Good counters by Salazar. There's the bell. They barely hear it in the background to end round 11 with the crowd. Let's take a look at Salazar here, Joe, in trouble in the early part of the 11th round.
He appears to be in trouble, and he springs out of there with a front kick. Looks a little wobbly there, but you see nothing keeps him from coming back strong. You said there's no substitute for Hart. He's got about 3 of them.
He keeps taking the punches all night from Alexio and the kicks as well. And Joe, I think that is very impressive too, with those number of kicks that these guys have thrown all night long, and they have not stopped. It has been nonstop. This is it, the 12th and final round. The title on the line. This man may, on our card even unofficially, have the lead. And Salazar may very well know that and know he's got to come out and see what he can do about putting Alexio away in the 12th.
Dennis Alexio may win this fight, but I tell you, he'll have respect for one additional human being tonight.
Joe Corley, this may be the only title fight that I've ever come to that already a rematch may already be in the makings and signed for maybe in November in Chicago.
They talked about it as an option.
Both of those cities vying for this title fight. Sacramento won this time, but Chicago wants it back.
Alexio with 121 kicks. Salazar 122 kicks for men 179 pounds.
Rob Salazar, the U.S. champion. Crowd trying to get pumped up here in the latter stages of the 12th and final round. Alexio trying to paw with that left hand. There you see it again. Excellent kicking power late in this by Alexio.
In the 12th round, a double round kick. He put the foot down in between, went to the body, back to the head. That's like a boxer's double left hook where he'll go to the body and back to the head. And this is the final round.
Well, I know these guys have taken a lot of punishment, and they've gone 12 rounds, but this crowd and Joe Corley and I'd like to see a lot more, but unfortunately this is it. 15 seconds to go in the title fight. Look at Salazar as he just tries to gamely keep coming on Alexio. Closing seconds, you'll hear a tremendous ovation for both of these fighters at the bell, and there it is. Championship of PKA. The decision is ready, and so are we as we go to our ring announcer, Bill Barrows, for the official announcement of the champion of the world.
All right, fans, your decision. Judge Turner scores at 118, 111. Judge Barker, 120 to 109. Judge Fong, 120 to 113. For the new PCA